So we're just going to start today. Again, my name is Professor Mason, and so today we are going to be doing an acting-based warm-up. And so this is something that you can do kind of wearing any kind of clothes that you want. It's something that's pretty simple, and if you get really warm, you can take off your top layer, which I will probably do in a little bit. So what you want to do is make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Okay, so that's roughly 2 fists if you don't know what that is. Okay, so you can put your 2 fists between your feet to see if that's the right distance. So I put them down there, I check, I know that my feet are hip width apart, toes are pointed forward, not open, but forward, okay? So what I want you to do is slouch a little bit, okay? Roll your shoulders back and stand up nice and tall. Okay, so from here you're gonna take a nice deep breath. And out. And in. And out. Excellent. So now we're going to breathe a little bit rhythmically. We're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 4. Ready? And in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. Now 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in. And out. Now take a good deep breath and hold it. And release. Really good deep breath and hold it. And release. Great. Now just shake it out a little bit. Okay. You probably just woke up, or maybe your body's just moving for the first time. Okay. So wiggle it out. And I'm going to lose the sweater. Bye, sweater. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is take our head and we're going to tilt it to the side. Bring your fingertips up and around so the fingertips are just touching the ear, and point the opposite finger. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Okay. You want to make sure that there's still space between your ear and your shoulder. Don't crunch it up. Now release the hand and slowly roll the chin to the chest and bring the head up and around the other side. Fingertips come up and around, touching the top of the ear with gentle pressure on the head, and point the opposite finger. With this finger, you might want to lower it or raise it, depending on what type of stretch you'd like in your neck, but you'll notice if you move your hand that you feel a different stretch along the side of your neck. Excellent, and release the hand. Roll the chin to the chest, bring it up around the other side, and again, slowly down and up, and again, down and up, and down and up. This time we're going to roll the chin to the chest and clasp both hands behind the head. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see my body a little bit differently. Okay? Keep your elbows and let the weight of your elbows pull you down into an overhang position. And when you get low enough, you can release your hands. If you can only make it this far, that's okay. If you can keep going and go a little further, that's great too. If you can get your hands all the way to the ground, that's excellent. For the sake of today, I'm going to just show you the modified version. So you can round your back out and bend your knees a little bit. While you're here, you want to let your head go. So shake your head yes, and shake your head no, and shake your head yes, and shake your head no, and yes, and no. And now we're gently gonna bounce like a little bit of a rag doll. So at first we're bouncing towards center, and then you're gonna bounce a little bit to one side. So it's just from the hips, and you want to keep your head loose the whole time. Keep your head nice and loose. And back to center. And then over to the other side. And back to center. And while you're here, shake your head yes again. And shake your head no. Now you're going to bend your knees a little bit and make sure you have a nice flat back. And then you're going to straighten, grab the backs of your calves or your knees or your thighs, wherever you're at. Now we're going to bend again. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. Now, a slight bend to the knee, shake your head yes and no, make sure it's nice and loose, and we're going to roll up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, shoulders 2, head 1. While you're here, resist the urge to adjust yourself. Just breathe. Take a deep breath in. Excellent. I'm going to turn back to the front for you. So you can adjust your clothes now. You've been hanging upside down a little bit, but make sure your feet come back to that neutral position. Take one arm and cross it in front. You want to make sure you're grabbing the forearm or the upper arm, not the elbow. Excellent. Don't forget to breathe into the space in your back. And switch. Don't forget to breathe into the space in your back. Great. Now you're going to take your hands and clasp them behind and pull downwards and open up the space in the front of the chest. So you want to pull down, not up. You don't have to stretch that way. It's not actually very helpful. Feel that space across the front of your chest open. If you'd like to take a little backward arch, feel free. It all depends on how you're feeling today. Great, and release the arms. We're going to roll the shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll them. 1, forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bigger. Back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears and squeeze. Squeeze really, 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 really tight and drop them with a nice big breath. Okay, we're going to do that again. Squeeze up to your ears really, 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 really tight. Squeeze, 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 and drop them. And one last time. Squeeze all the way up to your ears. Squeeze really, really tight. And release. Excellent. Now shake it out a little bit. Great. Wonderful. You're going to take one foot and step it back. So I took my right foot and I stepped it back, so I'm going to use my right arm. If you step back with your left, you're going to use your left arm. Okay? And you're just going to swing. So the arm comes forward and goes back and around. Okay? So try that just a couple of times. Very easy. Okay? Now you're going to do it really fast. Okay? So really fast as you possibly can safely without hitting anything. So you want to make sure you have some room. Okay? Ready and swing. And bring the feet forward, step together. And you'll see one arm's kind of a little bit longer than the other. And step your other foot back. Test that arm out. See what the mobility feels like. And swing. And if you step your feet together, you'll see both your arms are the same size again. Excellent. So the next thing that we're going to do is a basic spinal twist. So bring your feet out to a second position. And what you're going to do is bend the knees and bring the back to a flat back. Okay? So you're bending the knees, hands, fingertips pointing in. Draw your shoulder towards your knee, opposite knee. And look up to the ceiling behind you. Great. Breathe into the space in your back. Excellent. And come back to center and switch. Look up to the ceiling behind you. It's really important that you look upward. Breathe into that space in your back. And come back to center. Straighten the legs, put the arms down, and then come to a standing position. Great, we're gonna reach up above our head, grab the wrist, and tilt over to the side. So you wanna elongate this part of your body, okay? Stretch through the rib cage and breathe into the space in the rib cage. Excellent, keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. And switch over to the other side. Excellent. Bring the arms down. Step the feet together. Totally together. For a moment, just take your hands, place them on your heart, and take your left or right foot and roll the ankle. Okay? You can bring your foot totally up if that feels better for you. Just try to keep balance. If you'd rather put your hands on your hips, you can, or keep them on your heart. Whatever helps keep you centered. And you're going to switch to the other foot. Roll that ankle. Again, you can keep it right on the ground if that's where you feel more stable, or you can lift it if you'd like a different stretch. And now we're going to roll the wrists. You can switch, you can alternate, whatever feels good for you. You could be kind of funny about it. Excellent. And shake your hands out and shake your whole body out. And come to stillness. Take a really good deep breath in. Reach up towards the sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. If you want to close your eyes here, you can. Just take a moment. And thank you.